Hello, friends. It has been a little while, and I am super pumped to be back with you guys today. And yeah, really. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know where you are watching in from. We'll put the comments up here on the screen so you guys can see where everybody is checking in from. It's going to be a blast. But yeah, lots been happening. It's been a pretty crazy month already. We had the next latest song that came out, The Loudest Sound. And before that, we had Porch Swing that came out. Um, lots of stuff's come out since we've gotten together last. And I apologize for that. I've been trying to figure out a time to be more regular on doing our weekly live stream. And a lot of the reason for that is because of us and our family getting more heavily involved with church, with a life group that's been going late into the evenings, and then traveling with family and stuff on the weekends as well. So trying to figure out probably a better time because it seems like Sunday nights are getting busier and busier, which, that's totally okay on some level. But want to make sure that you get a chance to hang out and see how you guys are doing. So let me know in the comments below where you're tuning in from. And just going to play some tunes for you, tell you a little bit about what's going on in the Matt Fawcett world, some of the new stuff we've got that I've been working on for you. And yeah, we'll get started right away. This one was a song that came out last month, Porch Swing. And it kind of makes me laugh. The whole reason behind this song, there was literally a there was a song that we used to sing as kids at camp that basically played off of these double meaning words. And when I first came up with the idea of writing a song called Porch Swing, I was thinking about doing a more country style wisdom song of sitting on a porch swing. And then just talking about all the wisdom moments that men in my life have given me and that sort of thing. And for whatever reason, just was struggling to write it. And the whole idea of doing these, double meaning words and stuff popped in my head. And so that's what you got. So, have you ever seen? Have you ever? Now I gotta remember how it goes. Shoot. Have you ever seen a porch swing? Watched a butterfly? The ocean waves when the water pulls 301. Have you ever seen a milkshake? Watch a starfish from the sky? A foot race starts when the flashlights. Time flies. Oh, I've seen a million things. Some I understand, some are hard to believe. It all depends on how you will perceive. So pay attention where that porch is gonna swing. There we go. Have you ever seen a ballpark or a rain check the beeline? Waterfalls, the fire drills, all the street lights. Have you ever seen a fingerprint or cupcake nosedive? A brainstorm comes with a bear hug, only on cloud nine. Oh, I've seen a million things. Some I understand and some are hard to believe. It all depends on how you will perceive. So pay attention where that porch is gonna swing. Flowers, the moonbeams, words are important, so say what you mean. Oh, I've seen a million things. Some are hard to believe. It all depends on how you will perceive. So pay attention where that porch is gonna swing. So pay that porch is gonna swing. Man, I think that is the very first time that I played it since I recorded that song. So I hope you guys are enjoying that one. The Loudest Sound was the one that I released most recently, and that was a song specifically for my good friends who unfortunately had a little one, or several ones actually, pass away. And so it was a song that I wrote specifically for them. My buddy was actually asking me if I would pray for them as they were headed to their doctor's appointment, because they were going in for a checkup, and they were just praying that they'd hear a heartbeat. And unfortunately, he called me later that day and let me know that they unfortunately did not hear the heartbeat that they were hoping for. And instead, all they heard was silence. And it was very, very hard for them to deal with that, as any parent longing to have children would. And, my heart breaks for them, and songs don't make feelings go away. All they do is they allow us an opportunity to sit with people and to really be able to just encourage them as much as you can. And so super thankful that they allowed me to write this song for them and connect with them even more. And if you've experienced this, one, I'm oh so sorry that that's been the reality that you've had to face, or if you know somebody that has had to experience it. It's just one of those things that unfortunately we live in a broken and sinful world, and it's a reality of living in a broken, sinful world. And so I hope that you are encouraged, that there is hope even through the pain. And somebody asked me about it. Actually, they were asking about some of the words and lyrics that I used, and there's a lyric in the bridge where it just says, through the pain in her, God's still enough. And they questioned me on it and said, hey, like, I don't know if that really fits in the song. Like there's nothing that you've proved in there that would make me feel that way. It's like, I kind of did that on purpose because my friends are very strong believers, and even going through something traumatic like that and losing a child to miscarriage, they were still clinging to, we know that God is enough. It doesn't feel like it, but we're going to continue to repeat this truth over and over again. And that's kind of what I wanted to get out of the song was, allowing people to understand, hey, there's times where it just doesn't make sense and it doesn't feel like it, but we need to be repeating the truth over and over to ourselves. So this is The Loudest Sound. Listening for a heartbeat, and all I feel is mine, speeding up and pounding, the seconds and minutes go by, praying for a miracle will heal in tonight. What we wanted so bad, gone in the blink of an eye. The loudest sound I hear is silence, the ringing in my ears. It's deafening and heartbreaking. Tearful floods won't justify. The loudest sound I hear is silence. A simple little drumbeat was all we ever wanted. Proof that life would be the quiet, haunted. The pain of disbelief, a flood of emotion. we had prayed would be vanished like tears in the ocean. The loudest sound I hear is silence, the ringing in my ears. It's deafening and heartbreaking. Tearful floods won't justify the loudest sound I hear. Though we've tried, we won't give up. Through the pain and hurt, God's still enough. And the loudest sound I hear is silence, the ringing in my ears. It's deafening and heartbreaking. Tearful floods won't justify the loudest sound I hear. So that song, The Loudest Sound, just came out this month. It is the song of the month for the Matt Fawcett single release calendar. And the crazy news is there is only 2 more songs that are left on this calendar. We've got this one coming up and then the song for December. So crazy that we have been almost 2 complete years where we've been releasing a brand new song every single month with the single release calendar. Of course, plans are already in the works for the Matt Fawcett single release calendar for the year 2025, which is pretty crazy. And with that, there's actually going to be I think I'm going to link the calendar in more with some of the paid community features that I've had, making it a little bit more of a connecting piece for people to be able to interact with other calendar holders. And also be able to see more of the behind the scenes stuff and that sort of thing. So the way the calendars have worked for the past 2 years is when you get your calendar, you get to see all the songs and the titles of them. And then on the day or on the beginning of the month, there's a red box that says you can scan your calendar. When you scan your calendar, it takes anybody who has a calendar and goes to a single release page where they actually get a chance to listen to the song before anybody else does. And then a week later, there's a blue box where that's the public release of when the song is actually out to the public. So cool part is the song that we just released has here that it was released on the 1st of October for all of the calendar holders. And then on the 7th, it was actually released to the public. So really excited that these have been going so well and that people have really embraced this as far as being able to release new music to you guys and have so many people who are super supportive of the calendar. These calendars are going to be for sale for the 2025 season. That's one of my to-dos this week is to start getting those pre-release pages done. This specific calendar was actually special thanks to my executive producer this year, Janet Stallings. She actually bought a sponsorship level for the calendar itself. There were 3 different kinds. You could sponsor a day, month, or the entire year. She not only chose to sponsor the entire calendar for the entire year, but actually sponsored multiple days to commemorate families' birthdays and anniversaries on the calendar itself. And so if you're interested in doing that when the single release pages are ready, or the calendar or release pages are ready, you'll actually be able to pre-order your calendar and then choose a sponsorship level as far as if you just want the calendar or if you actually want to get your name printed in the calendar. Of course, the executive producer gets special thanks on the very back of the calendar and gets thanked in every single video that I release on YouTube, which of course you can scroll through my YouTube and see all those. Janet Stallings' name is on all of that. So if you want to be a part of that, then the single release calendar is going to be rolling. And again, this year we're going to connect it with a community. Just like the free traders community, if you guys have not jumped in there, you definitely should. I'm going to share my screen real quick and just kind of show you what it looks like, because it is a vibing and awesome community that I would love for you guys to be a part of. It really is a cool time to jump in there. There's a lot of really fantastic people that are, constantly popping in there, connecting with us. Chris had just posted in there a little bit about himself and the fact that he actually dyes his beard for special occasions. Dyed it for purple for suicide awareness, of which he's a survivor, which is pretty awesome. Fridays, we always have this fun shirt Friday. I usually share a picture of me with one of the shirts that I'm wearing that day and kind of the special significance. This was actually one that I was wearing that was an old shirt from a merch drop that I did, which, speaking of, I just built out a brand new store, which I am super, super proud of. It was a long time coming, but I was forced to, in some way, shape, or form, to actually create a better store, because I was trying to integrate it with Pinterest, believe it or not. And when I first put it up on there, Pinterest was like, nice try again. So I did. And this is what ended up becoming of it, which was pretty cool. I was really, really excited about how it turned out. Let me see if I can get a better shot of this for you guys, because it seems like it's a little, there we go. So shop is actually laid out a whole lot better. You can actually get the shirts, hats, accessories, hoodies, CDs, signature, which of course is signature series. You get a signed calendar or signed poster, 8.5 by 11. You got the signed pics, and then also a signed bus floor keychain. Now this is kind of a fun story, because I actually, this is the flooring that is in my bus. Is this exact thing. And this is actually a pretty cool God story. So as I was building out the bus, specifically, the kid who is a drummer of mine, I told him that I was working on this bus project, and there was a lot of things I was trying to do with it. And, I personally was getting pretty nervous financially about how I was going to make all this stuff happen. I told him I was working on this bus, and that was all I told him. Well, come to find out, his dad actually was working for a bus manufacturer, at the time, and I had no idea. And they were closing shop down, and they had a lot of leftover material that they were just pitching. And so his dad snagged a lot of it. And so every time, then this happened 3 separate different occasions, where I was kind of freaking about what I was going to need to buy and how expensive it was going to be and what I should do. And there were things where I had items in my cart at Lowe's. There were times where I had items in my cart online at a store for installation stuff. And all of a sudden I get a text from him, and he would say, "Hey, just by the way, do you need bus insulation?" Like, yeah, I was thinking about it. Why? What do you have? And he's like, "Will this do?" And it's literally a pallet full of bus insulation. It was just cool to see how God provided. And so one of the things that he provided was literally this flooring material. And so I made little keychains out of them. So if you want to have a piece of Matt Fawcett music history, there are some leftover flooring pieces that I actually have still, and sign the back of them. I will say the signing of the back, it doesn't last the longest. I've been carrying it around a long time, but this is that same one, and it kind of wore off because I was using it on my keychain for a while. But I will say this: if you ever see me and you have one of these and you bought one, I will re-sign it for you at any particular time. All you have to say is, "Hey, my bus floor keychain needs to be re-signed," and I will re-sign it for you right away. I guess I could always sign it on the sparkly side, because these are really like super sparkly and pretty cool. And it's pretty neat that this is actual flooring from the bus. Granted, this wasn't stuff that was walked on. This is the leftover pieces of what I created. But there's that and a whole lot of more over in the shop. Of course, you can look at, there's a bunch of other accessories and drinkware, as far as mugs. Can't mug the, of course, this, I love this logo. And some people who don't have my last name probably won't get it, but there's so many times where people will start typing my name before they ask me how to spell it, and they'll do FAU. So it's a mixtape with my name on it, kind of spelled almost wrong. So anyway, you can go there. You can always check that stuff out. If you, there's lots of really cool stuff in here. The gospel t-shirt, the comfort the afflicted, confront the comfortable tee, do what makes you holy, tie-dye special, the OG, every life is precious, and then actually the Another Me hoodie. This was the song that released last year, specifically for speaking up for the kids who can't, and speaking up for pro-life. There will never be another me. And just love how that design worked out. And colors look awesome in there. So if you're interested in those things, definitely go check them out. There's links listed below. You also have the My God is Bigger t-shirts as well. And you can get them in a plethora of different colors. And has this really super awesome logo that I had a graphic designer who used to work for NASA actually designed this for me. It's got the Southern Cross and stars and 3 mountain peaks, and the ocean belt on it, and just a phenomenally well done design. That graphic designer does also have to be very, very close to me, relation wise. She's my older sister, but she's an amazing human being. So if you're interested in snagging some of that, the link is listed in the description below, where you can go and check out the different cool things in the merch store. Again, just totally redesigned, made it a lot easier for people to get around and to see what all's there. So I'm gonna sing another song or two, and I'm trying to think of what ones to do, just because there's so many good songs. So if you have any requests, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I will do the best that I possibly can. Actually, this was one that I did bring it. We did this one, or I've done this one a couple of different times, but it was actually a pastor that was leading a a pastor's retreat, and encouraged me to sing this song. And I said, okay. I had never heard it before at that point in time, or I'd never played it before. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. So this song is called Abide. For my waking breath, for my daily bread, I depend on you. I depend on you for the sun to rise, for my sleep at night. I depend on you. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the life. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. Where the Spirit leads, as I'm following, I depend on you. I depend on you for the victories still in front of me. I depend on you. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the life. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you Be my all, my treasure, my prize. I am yours and forever you're mine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. When I pass through death, as I enter rest, I depend on you. I depend on you for eternal life, to be raised with Christ. I depend on you. I depend on you. You're the way, the truth, and the life. You're the well that never runs dry. I'm the branch and you are the vine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. Be my strength and my song in the night. Be my all, my treasure, my prize. I am yours and forever you're mine. Draw me close and teach me to abide. Oh, oh, Such a fun song. Absolutely love that song. There's something else that I wanted to bring to y'all's attention, and this is actually something that is coming up very, very quickly. It is something that my wife and I are super to let you guys come and participate in and hang out with us. We are hosting actually a marriage retreat. And what that means is we are actually going back to one of our absolute favorite places on earth, the camp where I grew up going as a kid, and my wife grew up going to as a she grew up there. That was her home and where she lived for all of her young years. And so we are hosting this marriage retreat. It's going to be super awesome and super great. You can come here. It's November 22nd through the 24th, Wheelersburg, Ohio. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have 4 different sessions with actually the pastor who married my wife and I, and also did our premarital counseling and has been a huge blessing to my wife and I, both him and his wife. There's a ton of great activities that we're going to be doing. It includes all of your meals during the retreat. That's dinner Friday night. Saturday we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and Sunday we've got brunch. We're going to have a gift bag for everybody that comes for you and your spouse. That's got over $300 worth of goodies in it. And then I'm actually going to be doing a private concert just for the people who attend. It is going to be an absolute blast, and would love to have you there. So if you are interested, there should be links in the description below. If not, all you have to do is comment on any of my socials, retreat or marriage, and I will send you the link and everything over to you. In fact, I may actually just see if I can grab this link for you guys real quick and put it in the chat. That way you guys can choose to go attend if you would like to. It's going to be fantastic. There are not a ton of seats left because we do want to keep it as small and intimate as possible, just so that we can make sure that you and your spouse are served well and that you guys are encouraged through that weekend to come down to Southern Ohio with us. But these are kind of the examples of the room. There's tons of places that have fire pits, and as long as the weather's nice and everything else in November, we're going to be doing some outdoor stuff. It's going to be awesome. But the reason why we wanted to do a marriage retreat specifically is because it is right before the holiday craziness starts. And I don't know about you. We were actually talking about this in church this morning, me and a handful of guys, about the fact that Marriage is very similar to rowing in a kayak or canoe. And if you're not rowing in the same direction, it feels like you're just not going anywhere. And even worse, if you're trying to row and your spouse just has their paddle stuck in the water beside you, it just slows you down and can be really, really frustrating. And our goal is to help you and your spouse get back on the same page together and get the most out of what God has called you and your spouse to in your marriage by being able to focus on your relationship with each other and with your Heavenly Father. So that is our goal for you. We want you to come. We want you to enjoy spending time in the great outdoors and beautiful hills of Southern Ohio. But more importantly, spend time with each other, focusing on your relationship and being encouraged in the Word and being encouraged that God has amazing things planned for you and your spouse in your marriage. So we would love to invite you to come to that. My wife and I have been pushing a lot of stuff out on social media to let people know about it, and would love for you guys to join us. It is, again, November 22nd through 24th in Southern Ohio. And if you are interested, please reach out. You can sign up on this page. I just posted the link for it. And you can actually see that link right there. So mattfawcettmusic.com/marriage-retreat-2024. And this may be the very first of many awesome retreats that we do. I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, I'm not married, or I was married and I'm either lost a spouse or divorced. And there will be other opportunities potentially next year for doing some other different retreats that are not specific to marriage, but my wife and I wanted to start here specifically so that we could do this together and be able to encourage you guys and your spouses in your relationships. So let me know if you guys want to come. It would be fantastic to have you there. And I'm really, really excited to get this thing going. And part of the reason why I'm excited for that is because it allows me to spend time with my spouse. And food there, I don't know about you guys, but camp food and just camp in general typically have this whole like, man, it's not that great. I will tell you our special connection to the hills of Southern Ohio. My mother-in-law and father-in-law still actually work at that camp, and my mother-in-law is the cook. And I will tell you this, she is phenomenal. And we're going to go to the hilt with it's going to be amazing, and you won't want to miss it. You will want to be there. It's going to be a blast. So definitely. If you can make it, we'd love to have you there. There are a lot of people actually, and part of the other reason for this is I was encouraged to try to figure out a way to utilize things that maybe we take for granted and to try to help other people. And this is actually what kind of came out of that challenge. Because there are so many people around us that we knew that were struggling in their marriages. And it's not to say that my wife and I have it all figured out. We don't. We still, it's a constant battle to make sure that Satan doesn't get a foothold in our marriage, because I believe that your marriage is worth fighting for. And it's a beautiful depiction of what Christ is to his bride, the church. And Paul even talks about that in Scripture, about how marriage, he's talking about Christ and the church, and yet he's describing what's happening in marriage. And we know that it's something that sometimes people just need encouragement to know that they're not alone, and to help them walk through how to be better communicators with each other, and how to actually submit to one another and actually have a beautiful relationship. And we want to make sure that we can help marriages as much as possible, instead of just looking at stats of divorce rates and that sort of thing and say, wow, that's a bummer. We would rather stand in the gap and actually help assist in any way we can. Debbie, thanks for the comment, friend. Debbie's saying, people all around could use this during our times we are in now. God bless you and your family. Yes, totally agree. And that is the main reason for doing it, is to make sure that we can help people as much as possible. That's the reason why I write music, is to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And honestly, like this is an extension of that. Yes, I will be playing. I'll be leading worship. My wife will probably sing with me. So if you actually want to hear my wife sing, you'll have to come. And then I'll be doing a concert. But we're also going to be really excited to just sit under some really good gospel-centered preaching on how to strengthen and grow our marriages as a couple ourselves. Because again, we're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we do have a lot of really good godly guidance in our lives that we want to share with you guys. And then we can stand together and encourage or encourage one another as well. So we'd love to have you there again, November 22nd through 24th. And yeah, definitely let us know if you want to come. I'd love to make that possible in any way that we possibly can. So appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for coming on tonight and hanging out with me for a little bit. I know it's been a little bit since I've been here, and that is my fault. Just trying to, trying to get things figured out with doing lives more frequently so I can connect with you guys more. So probably what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be going live a lot more, figure out when most people show up, and connect with you guys, because Sunday evenings just got really busy in such a good way. My wife and I and our kids have gotten involved with our local church, and we've been connecting with more families face to face, and it's been a beautiful thing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And so that just means that I need to figure out a better time where I can connect with you guys as well. That's going to work. So I will be doing more lives, more videos and things this week. So make sure to tune in when you get the chance, and to let other people know about it as well, because we'd love to see you guys. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday evening. Hopefully this has been encouraging for you. Again, the updates, we got the marriage retreat coming up on November 22nd, 24th. So sign up for that as soon as you can, so we can get numbers and know how people are coming. And it is limited spacing, so once they're sold out, they're gone. So there is that. There is also the brand new merch store that just released and opened for you guys. That's got way better ways to be able to search and find things in there. So appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Know that you are loved and cared for more than you could ever ask or imagine. The reason why I do music is to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. You were created on purpose with a purpose, and my goal is to help you live and walk in that through creating music that helps encourage you along that way and challenge you as well.